All right, let's get right to it. We're going to be talking about artificial intelligence, right? Specifically, the AI bubble. All right, the AI bubble is essentially it's basically a lot of companies are putting a lot of money and they're not seeing the profits from it. State of increased investment and hype around AI technologies, right? And essentially, what's happening is they're comparing it to the dot com bubble and the 2008 financial crisis, where they think there's going to be a recession, the economy is going to be impacted, not just within America, but the entire world, right? And it's basically because a lot of companies are overexcited and they're seeing less investment on returns. They're saying more than 90% of the companies are not seeing any returns. But I should point out that there was something over like 1,000 or 1,300 AI startup companies, right? And you have to realize when companies are made, they're not essentially going to make profit, right? And oftentimes there's a lot of investors and they're also hyped about this AI. So they also invest in that and they're not going to see a lot of returns from that. And as a result, that's why people think there is an AI bubble and that it's going to pop and blast. Additionally, another reason for this is there's a lot of layoffs, right? And people are not going to purchase services and goods. And because of this transition period, there's going to be a big change in the world. And when this AI bubble blasts, they said it's going to be 17 times bigger than the dot com bubble and 4 times bigger than the 2008 real estate bubble. This was like by some research report that specific those specific numbers. All right, and then we have like other CEOs like that also think like Larry Fink and the CEO of Nvidia. They think this is not there is not going to be a bubble. Like there is no bubble. And he just believes that the big investment is not really AI, rather it is in the cloud infrastructure and cloud software, right? He believes that there is no AI bubble and that the money is being well spent, right? Because in order to have AI, you need data centers, and those data centers need HVAC and they need infrastructure, which costs a lot of money, like more money than the actual GPUs and the CPUs that are like bought from AMD and NVIDIA, like companies or those companies itself, right? So there's another statistic where there's an estimate that 100 million jobs will be replaced by AI, right? Robots and machines, they'll take over almost any labor job possible. Think like restaurants, fast food restaurants, think warehouse, supply chain logistics, which is already happening today. Like you have drones for delivery, you have robo taxis that are being implemented right on a small scale. It's just a matter of time before they become prominent all over the world, right? Obviously, in respect to the rules and regulations of that particular locality, right? And automation machinery and software, right? We're seeing layoffs, right? We're seeing agentic AIs being used and how there's a lot of layoffs. And even to this very day, a lot of engineers, they use AI when they do their coding, right? They enhance their productivity with AI, right? And like NVIDIA, the NVIDIA CEO stated all of their software engineers or their engineers, they use Cursor AI and their productivity is enhanced by a great amount, right? As a result, you need less number of workers. And also like the supply chain industry, anything from transportation, from driving trucks, from delivering, right? From manufacturing, all of it's being automated, right? Another sector is education. Education is being automated. Now you have AI that can create educational content, right? Educational tutorials, educational notes, right? There's not going to be, they can be your own tutor, right? There's not going to be a need for all of those employments, right? Such as teachers. And honestly, personally, in the education sector, bro, that should be a waste of time after like fifth grade on some real shit. But that's a whole nother topic. And then your government and legal sector, right? So there's countries. I think I'm not sure if this was a country, but I think it was like Albania or something of that nature. But there's countries that are replacing their whole government systems with AI, right? And even the legal sector, legal meaning like your lawyers, right? They're being replaced with AI. You don't need to pay for consultation to get a case. You can just ask AI, and they'll tell you, okay, you have this section, this rule that can help you, blah blah blah. So the world is changing right rapidly fast. And how can this, if this AI bubble does happen, what will be the solution? Well, I really hate to say this, but it's probably some form of communism, right? Some sort of equality, right? Where everyone just, has the same share of all resources per se, which is, which is what China is. Another solution will be universal basic income, right? So just imagine like 20, 30 years from now, all you go outside, you got robots working mowing your lawn, right? You got robots delivering your food, your packages. You got robots working in the fast food industry, robots working in the warehouse. When you go to an airport, you got robots scanning you, right? You got robots for manufacturing, right? You got robots to build your infrastructure and construction. Oof, the world is changing. People are saying that it's not, that it's going to enhance, but I believe it's going to be more of they take over the jobs, and also, you know, you also need people to manage. So there will be a management sector and obviously some software side and hardware design side, all of this. I think it's going to be a mix. It's going to be Star Wars. Not even gonna lie, I think it's gonna change like Star Wars within the 50 years, like 30 to 50 years. It ain't no 100 years. Let's just see. Well, that's it. Subscribe for more. More coming on the way.